Hello and welcome. In this presentation, you receive an overview describing prerequisite configuration for and creation of a custom Oracle Enterprise Manager metric extension to monitor services supporting the Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager. The Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager server runs two important services that are not monitored by default with the Oracle Enterprise Manager. They are the Overt Engine and PostgreSQL services. With a custom metric extension, you can apply a simple script to monitor the services and report if either of them fails or stops. The Create Metric Extension resource privilege must be granted to the cloud administrator to create the metric extension. Notification of a failure of either service is configured with an incident rule. The default notification method for the cloud administrator is email. However, for your cloud administrator, the sysman user can grant an additional resource privilege called Create Enterprise Rule Set, which provides other notification methods, for example, SNMP traps. To learn how an incident rule and notification are configured, see the presentation titled Creating an Incident Rule to Report an Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager Service Failure. The metric extension created in this presentation also requires host privilege delegation so that a script can be run on the server. The script is installed on the server through Oracle Enterprise Manager and is run periodically to ensure the essential services run continuously. To run the script without a password, make sure the Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager host etc sudoers file includes the no password reference for the Oracle Enterprise Manager agent user. In this presentation, you see an overview of the prerequisite privilege granted by sysman, then a demonstration that shows you how to configure the privilege delegation and create and test the custom metric extension. This segment of the presentation shows some of the interaction that sysman performs to grant the Create Metric Extension resource privilege for the cloud administrator. The sysman user navigates to the administrators list under the Setup menu and Security option. Sysman selects, then edits the record for the user Cloud Admin. Currently, there are no resource privileges granted to the Cloud Admin user. Sysman navigates to the resource privilege list to add the privilege by editing the administrator's record. After selecting the metric extension's privilege, sysman enables the specific resource privilege called Create Metric Extension. After completing the edit process, the privilege appears on the list of resource privileges for the Cloud Admin user. With this privilege enabled, this user can now create metric extensions in Oracle Enterprise Manager, as you see next. In this session, I'm logged in as a cloud administrator, and I'm going to begin with privilege delegation. Navigate from the Setup menu through the Security option, then click on Privilege Delegation. The Manage Privilege Delegation interface appears with a list of servers. Click on the server running Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager, then click Edit. A dialog box appears with inputs that allow you to edit the privilege delegation. Click next to the type input and select sudo. The sudo command input appears along with allowable parameters. For the sudo command, type user bin sudo -u and follow with the %bracketed variables run as and command. Click Save. Close the confirmation message by clicking the small x. To create the metric extension, navigate from the Enterprise menu through the Monitoring option and click Metric Extensions. The Metric Extensions interface appears. Click Create, then click Metric Extension. The interface changes to show the general properties inputs for the metric extension. Keep the host target type and click on the name input and enter a name with no spaces for the metric extension. Here, I type OLV Monitor. Click in the Display Name input and provide a more descriptive name. Here, I enter OLV Service Monitor. Keep the adapter setting and enter a meaningful description if desired. Here, I enter metric extension to monitor key OLV services. Click Next. The adapter interface appears. Enter a command here for the adapter. I enter bin bash. Here, we select a script file that has been written to check the status of the two services to be monitored. Click the small pencil next to the script input. When the Script New File dialog appears, click Upload, then click Browse in the Upload Attachment pop-up. Here, I locate the file and then double-click to load the name into the Upload Attachment pop-up. Then click OK. The script appears in the Script New File dialog box. Click OK. The script name now appears on the list in the Upload Custom Files panel, so click Next. The Columns interface appears, and here we need to add two columns. Note the guidance that the columns must be created in the same sequence as the outputs reported from the adapter, which runs the script file. Click Add, then click New Metric Column to display the Add Column interface. In the name input, enter Service. For the display name, enter Service Name. Change the type to Key Column. Set the value type to String. Now click OK. Click Add and again click New Metric Column. In the name input, enter Status. For the display name, enter Service Status. Keep the data column type. For value type, select String. Under the Alert Threshold panel, click the Comparison Operator selection input and click on Not Equal. In the critical input, type OK, then click OK to save the column definition. With the column definitions in place, click Next. We keep the monitoring credentials on this step of the process and click Next. With the test interface, you test the script to see that it returns expected values. Here, click Add. The Select Targets interface pops up. Click the list item for the server hosting Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager, then click Select. Now, click Run Test. A dialog box pops up to display progress as the test is run. On completion, the dialog box disappears and the test results are displayed. The service status value for each service is OK. Click Next. On the Review interface, look over the settings, and when done, click Finish. A confirmation message appears stating that the metric extension was successfully created. Dismiss the message by clicking the small X. The new metric extension has successfully passed the test, so now it can be deployed. Click the Actions menu, then click Save as Deployable Draft. Another confirmation message appears, so dismiss it by clicking the small X. Make sure the metric extension is selected, then click Deploy to Targets. The Deploy to Targets interface appears, and here, click Add. The Select Targets interface appears. Click on the server hosting Oracle Linux Virtualization Manager, then click Select. The server's target information shows up on the targets list. Make sure it is selected, then click Submit to start the deployment job. Pause for a while. Then click the Refresh button. When the deployment job is no longer listed, return to the Metric Extensions interface. Navigate from the Enterprise menu through Monitoring, then click Metric Extensions. The newly created, tested, and deployed metric extension is displayed. In this presentation, you received a brief overview of creating a metric extension, saw the privilege required by the cloud administrator to create a metric extension, and saw a demonstration of the interactions to create a metric extension. This ends the presentation. Thank you for watching.